What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So I do have a new filming setup. Right now my background is obviously very blank and empty, but I am going to be decorating behind me. This is just my wall. I have my desk in front of me now, so I actually have like a place to put my stuff when I'm filming. Yeah, just wanted to address that really quickly. But today's video is going to be a review on the new NARS foundation. This is the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. If you can hear rain, by the way, I apologize, but it is raining outside. So let's just go over what the foundation claims are. It claims to be medium full coverage. It has a natural finish. It's for sensitive, normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. I feel like those are the claims on a lot of foundations lately. And it says that it's a foundation with up to 16 hours of lightweight, natural, fade-resistant wear, featuring full-powered radiance to smooth the look of skin. And then it also goes on to say that it's lightweight, breathable, fade resistant, and medium to full buildable coverage. It comes in 33 shades, so that is a pretty wide range. The transfer resistant, sweat resistant formula stays color true all day and continues to look fresh and vibrant as if it was just applied. It doesn't look or feel cakey, heavy, drying, or masking. Yes. Okay, because I was affected by the fires, I'm so sorry about that. I turned the Amber Alerts back on my phone because of when the fires were around my house. Obviously, I wanted to be prepared. Sorry about all that. Okay, it says it doesn't look or feel cakey, heavy, drying, or masking. It says that it has NARS's Skin Optimizing Complex, which is a blend of raspberry, apple, and watermelon extracts, which helps support skin's elastic fibers to smooth and improve skin's appearance over time for optimal radiance. Great, so it says that. It also says that this product is oil-free, fragrance-free, non-drying, dermatologist tested, and non-comedogenic, so it's not supposed to break you out. And that's what we've got on the foundation. So I have been testing this out for the past week and a half or so since I've got it in the mail. You do get 1 fluid ounce of product in here, and it retails for $49. So it is on the pricier side for a foundation. It's got 4 stars on the Sephora's website, on Sephora's website. I have the shade Deauville, which is light 4, and it says that it's light with pink and yellow undertones. So I was gonna pick like a color that was like light with yellow undertones, but I figured, I know that I've worn Deauville in the past in the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and it worked pretty well for me, so that's what I ended up just picking in this foundation, and I'm glad I did. It works pretty well for me right now for my skin. Even though I don't have like major pink undertones, it matches me pretty well. They do have new shades in this new foundation, like Salzburg is light 3.5 and this is light with golden undertones, so I could have tried that one. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's a rectangular long bottle. It does have a pump, which is nice, and that's pretty much it. It's a glass bottle. So now let's just go ahead and get started. So I did try this foundation out with a bunch of different primers. I tried my Smashbox primer, which I always use, so this is just like a given, I'll always use that. But I tried it with a mattifying primer, so this is the Fenty Beauty primer. I also tried it with a hydrating primer, so I would use this Glam Glow Mega Illuminating Moisturizer in Nude Glow. I did like this. And then for pore filling, I tried the Photo Finish by Smashbox. I tried the No Pore Film Primer, which is by Touch and Soul, I think. I tried this one. I tried my Kane & Austin. I tried Pores No More by Dr. Brandt. So I tried a lot of different things, and I found for my skin, because my skin is on the drier side right now, that I just like to apply this and a pore minimizing primer in my pore area and just let the foundation sit on my skin alone. I found that with any primer that I used, the foundation would sort of bunch up and just look worse throughout the day. So I tried it without using a primer, and I think that it looks the best that way on my skin, at least. Even using a hydrating primer, because my skin is already like dry, didn't seem to do any benefit for the foundation on my skin. So I'll go ahead and show you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my Smashbox Photo Finish primer. Now I'm gonna go in with my Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer, and I'm literally just going to put this in my pore problem areas. So right here next to my nose, This is the first time I'm filming with this setup, so forgive me if I'm too far from the camera or things just are a little too far for you guys. I'm still getting used to this and I'm gonna figure it out as I go along. I did also try this foundation with both a beauty blender and a brush. So I'll go ahead and demo both sides for you guys. The brush that I used is the Morphe Y6. This is just a flat top kabuki, nothing crazy special, but that's what I used. Now, when I use this foundation, I go ahead and take 4 pumps of the product. The pumps are very small though, so I'm gonna go ahead and take 4 pumps. And that's what that looks like. It's a little bit of a runny foundation, but nothing crazy. As you can see, it's running down my hand, but it's not running too fast. So that's my normal amount that I take. I take 4 pumps, which I feel like in reality, these are kind of like half pumps. So I feel like I just take 2 pumps, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation on this side of my face with the brush. And a little bit does spread a pretty far away, so that is a nice thing about the product. Cat hair all over my brushes. And whenever I use a brush, I like to dab the product into my skin because I get better coverage that way. So this product does claim to not leave your skin looking dry, but I feel like if your skin is dry, I feel like it does make your skin look dry, even though it's more of like a radiant foundation. That's just my opinion. That's how my skin reacts to it. I hate putting foundation on my nose with a brush because I feel like it just looks streaky. The one thing I like about applying it with the brush is that it really sets into the skin, as opposed to the beauty blender. I feel like with the beauty blender, it kind of just like sits on top of your skin. And I mean, it does look a little bit streaky with the brush on my skin. So I will go in with a beauty blender just to smooth things out, especially on my nose. This is what one side looks like with a brush. And now we'll go ahead and do the other side with the beauty blender so you guys can see the difference. The foundation from a distance looks great. I think it looks good. It's not full coverage in my opinion. You can still see some like scarring peeking through, but this isn't a foundation that I would want to build because it's just going to bunch up on my skin, especially on dry skin in my opinion. I feel like if you had oily skin, it would look maybe a little bit better, but I just feel like it makes my skin look more mature than it actually is. It might just have to be with the weather lately. My skin has been very dry, but that is my overall experience with the foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup now. So my eyebrows were already done. I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light neutral, and that's gonna go in my normal areas. And I'm gonna use a beauty blender to tap that out. So back in the day, like a few years ago, I used to really enjoy NARS foundations. And then recently, like over the past year, when I started using them again, like I still have NARS Sheer Glow from last year when I picked it up again, because I used to really love this foundation. But now when I use it, I feel like it makes my skin just look so much older than it is. And I don't know if that's just me with something that NARS puts in their foundations. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my under eyes. And then after this, I am gonna go to the gym, so yes, I'm gonna go to the gym with a full face of makeup. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put on some powder. I'm gonna use Patrick's powder since I haven't used this on my channel yet, just so you guys can see how it works. Tap some out. So I'm gonna let that powder sit for a little bit. I'm gonna move on to doing the rest of my face. I'm gonna take a Morphe R7 and I'm gonna go in with my Park Avenue Princess Tarte Chisel palette, and I'm gonna take a mixture of the shades Carrot and Princess Cut, which are these two middle shades here and just start bronzing up the face. And then I'm gonna go in with the Morphe, oh god, what is this? R10, which is like it's a contour brush. And I'm just gonna go over, blend out any product. I'm gonna wipe off the excess powder. And then I'm gonna do my nose. So I'm gonna take my usual little brush. This is the Morphe MO. And again, those two same shades, I'm gonna do my nose with that. I wish you guys could see just how dry my skin looks right now. It looks pretty dry, which is not what I want. And then, I'm sorry, the brush I took to wipe off the powder was a Y11, so I'm gonna just go over with that brush to blend out my nose so it's not so harsh. My camera caught off, so I did the blush. I used the Sephora Winter Flush palette and I went in with this corner here. Now I'm gonna go in with Nicole Grau's Glow Kit, and I'm gonna take Forever Young and the Icy White shade Forever Lit, and I'm gonna highlight with those shades. And then I'm gonna set my eyebrows. Since we're done messing with the face, clear brow gel and tinted brow gel in Net. And then I'm just going to apply mascara. I keep getting mascara on my nose. So I'm gonna go in with Jeffree Star's Mannequin because, like I said, this is my everyday go-to nude. That's my makeup done. You guys just kind of saw like an everyday makeup routine from me. So yeah, this is what the foundation looks like with all of my makeup on. My overall thoughts on this foundation. I am not 100% in love with it. I think that it makes my skin look old. When you look at it up close, I don't know if that's translating on camera or not, but it is pretty dry on my skin. I'm gonna try and get you guys a little bit closer so you can see. I don't know if the camera's gonna focus. It's dry in my nose area and it's dry on my forehead. I feel like the coloring of this right now is just really bad. So this is what it looks like on my skin. Like I said, I'm not like 100% in love with it. I feel like it does look cakey in some spots on my face, which is one of the claims of the foundation. It's not supposed to be cakey. I use it like at least up to 3 times a week, but I'm not in love with the way it looks on my skin. I think it just ages me and it makes my skin look dry. So I don't think it lives up to its claims. I mean, I've been using it. I tested it out with many different primers, with no primer, and nothing really seems to make the foundation any better. So it's okay in my opinion. I honestly don't think it's worth spending the $50. I mean, that's a pretty steep price point for a foundation. This just feels like it's still tacky to the touch a little bit, so it doesn't completely set down and it's still transferring onto my hands when I touch my face. So that's not something I personally like in a foundation. I would honestly just pass on this unless you have like extremely oily skin. You might actually really like this, but if you have dry skin, I don't think it would look that great on your skin. I feel like it just makes your skin look aged and more mature, or at least that's how it looks on my skin. Everybody's skin is different. Even if your skin is dry, you might absolutely love this foundation. It might work really well with your skin, but it didn't really work out for me. So I'm kind of bummed. I think I am gonna keep it and I'll test it out when my skin is not so dry. But for right now, it's not really working out for me. I am gonna go to the gym right now and I've yet to wear it to the gym. So I will leave either a pinned comment down below or I'll leave an update in the description box on how it wears at the gym and if it's really sweat resistant like it did claim that it is. So I will keep you guys updated on that. But other than that, I feel like I've got everything across that I wanted to get across. So yeah, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I am going to be working on my background very soon. I just finished rearranging my room, so there will be stuff behind me eventually, I promise. Yeah, so subscribe if you haven't already so you can see all of my future videos, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye!